Alright, going overkill here, but what's right is right. I took my needle nose pliers and I wrapped them in tape because I'm going to use this and I'm going to go around the shaft with some alcohol and clean. My fingers are too fat. I can't get my fingers in there to get all the way up to the other side of the shaft. That's one of the only issues I'm really having. And I don't want to score up the shaft. That would be stupid. So I'm going to try to be careful. I've covered this up so that it's not metal on metal in case I slip. And that's sort of the plan. We'll see how it works. Well, I meant to record that, but I didn't. I have gotten a good amount of the oil off by using the pliers and a rounded piece of paper towel, and I was able to get it all the way down in there without damaging anything. I still think this needs to be hit with some steel wool because there's some unpleasant surface on here, and if you're doing it right, you might as well do it right. So I might spin some steel wool across there if I can find an easy way to do it. We'll see. Now, if I had a drill press or something, this might be a little easier, but I'm taking my steel wool wrap and I'm putting it down on here and I'm closing it down with the pliers and I'm spinning this thing. Hopefully if it wants to grab. The trick is getting it to grab so then I have some pressure on there. Okay, now we just spinning this and it's doing a little something there for sure. We're gonna do what we can and I'll show you the results in a second. Alright, so this is basically what I'm doing. Just spin it on that steel wool. Try and get as much of the bearing surface as I can on that shaft there through that steel wool. And obviously I can't spin it at 22,000 RPM, so we gotta go slow and all that. And let's see how we look. It looks a little better. This area here still is not that exciting. So I don't know how much I can really do without more tools, or I don't know, whatever. We'll see. But it looks okay. There's definitely some pitting on this shaft. Right here. This is not very good. So, all right, more to come. Now, I really don't like that pitting there. However, I think that this is on the other side of the bearing itself. So I'm going to steel with this a little more and get it as flat as I can get it. Get any kind of burr off of there. And we're just going to put this back together and see if the damn thing spins. That's all we're really going to do. If it does, then we'll continue with the felts, getting the old oil out of those felts that I took off. And then once they're fully dried tomorrow, we'll put it back together and we'll see if this stinking thing runs. That's what we're going to do. So that's as good as we can get it for right now, I think. I really don't think. What are we going to do? It's an old fan. We're going to see if it spins. This could be a parts fan. I mean, I know this is a cool fan, Rusty Bob. I like it too. But maybe we take the rotor out of the other one and put it in this. Or maybe this motor goes into the 56 with the other rotor. Maybe the purpose of finding this fan was just to have parts for the other one. Because we needed that. We need a reversible motor that works for that other fan. And even though it's the wrong color, if it works, then it works. And we could use the other rotors in better shape than this one. So maybe that's what this is all about. That's one of the things I learned from the vintage outboard motor hobby is, what they're doing is just like with cars or anything like that. They're taking 3 old motors and making it into one good motor. And maybe that's why I found this on the side of the road. Maybe the guy upstairs or whoever whatever you believe in, you know, sent that out to the corner of the road for me to find it so that I would have parts for the other fan from New York. You know, so that's what we're looking at. Like I said, I'm gonna work on this a little more, and then we'll oil it up and at least insert it down into the motor and see if it spins. That's really what we're trying to find out. All right. Haven't done much else to this. Did as much as I could with the steel wool and the shaft and the rotor. I'm going to put a few drops of oil down on the bearing down through, and then I'm going to put some oil on the shaft here, and I'm going to put it together, lay it flat, and we'll see if it at least spins. So, spin it around a little bit, and let's see if it drops in nice and smooth. There you go. And it spins. So that's what we were hoping for. Let's lay it down at the side, because that's how it's obviously going to run. And there you go. It wants to move out. But there she goes. She's moving. So that's promising. And like that, doesn't seem to be up and down play, side to side. You know, so we'll get all the felts back in it and put it back into the box and see if it runs electrically. But there we go. We got a little, a little more movement than we did before. Tell you what. All right, thanks for watching yet another unneedlessly long fan video. Hope this helped you. This is not really instructional. This is my experience with these machines. It's how I'm getting good results doing things this way. That seems to have cleaned up pretty nice. That's a pretty good spin on that. So we'll see if it goes together nice and easy.